Hey everyone, welcome back to ACT Math Quick Hits, where you can make one small change by watching these videos. It doesn't cost you any money, only costs you a little bit of time, and you're going to help improve your ACT math score. All right, here's the rundown of the Math ACT section. Let's get back into it for today. All right, so it tells us that LaJuan sells exactly 4 kinds of pie at his bakery: apple, pecan, coconut cream, and peach. All right, and that tells us of the pies he sold on Thursday. So we're looking at a fourth of them being apple, a half pecan, 24 coconut cream, 8 are peach, and it wants to know how many total pies did he sell. So this one's going to require us to do a bunch of algebra here. We're going to set up an equation. So I don't know how many total pies LaJuan sold, but I know that a fourth of them were apple, right? So for example, if he sold 100 pies, well then 25 of them would need to be apple. Same thing with the pecan. We don't know how many exactly were sold, but half of them were pecan. So again, arbitrarily, if you sold 100 of them, well then 50 would have to be pecan. So the way I did that, mental math is I took, what is 1/4 of our total, T, right? And then I add that to 1/2 of our total T. Should have made capital T back there. And then plus 24, and then plus 8. And that equals our total T. We just have an equation with variables on both sides. So if I combine these two pieces right here, I would get common denominators. We could jump into the calculator if we wanted to. This would give us 3/4 T. And then plus 24 and 8 give us 32, and that's equal to our total. All right, so again, variables on both sides. We're just solving this equation. I got to get all my variables on one side, so I'm going to subtract 3/4 T from both sides. So kind of rough because we're dealing with a fraction. I'll have 32 by itself on the left. So remember, this is 1T, right? So 1 minus 3/4. 3/4 is exactly 75%. So you could get it to a decimal if you wanted, especially because you have the calculator. I'm just going to keep it as a fraction. 1 minus 3/4 is going to give us 1/4 T. All right, so then now to solve for this, I can divide both sides by a fourth, or remember, we can multiply by the reciprocal, call that the multiplicative inverse. So I'm just going to multiply both sides by 4. So I get my T by itself, and that has to equal 4 times 32, which is 128. So the total pies we sold were 128. I see that there as choice D for dinosaur. Let's exit out of this so we can actually select that choice. There it is, 128. All right, I know this isn't the most exciting stuff out there. I know my videos aren't the most polished, but your future self is going to like it if you like and subscribe, because it'll keep getting you some more practice, help you improve that math section of the ACT. Thanks for listening, everyone.